can anybody help me understand what is going on here? 1 + 1 + 1 = 3 wins. Coke, the seal. Is that Mom Donnie chasing the president? President Walk of Fame. And that's supposed to be like an alien demon or something. Artemis, think that's SpaceX's rocket ship. What? There's portals in the background right here. It's like, are they trying to tell us something in plain sight, like the truth hidden in plain sight type thing? Like, there's really aliens and demons running this whole thing, which, I mean, most Christians already knew this anyways. And what is that demon-looking creature? What is the point of all that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why? I'm pinching myself. Like, is this real? Is this real? Like, again, I haven't been on X in a while. I haven't been keeping up with Trump and what they've been doing. But somebody who has not taken a break from X and just the media and the White House and politics and everything like that, this is starting to seem normal. But if you take a break from it and come back, it's like, what is happening? Go back 10 years. And could you even imagine? Could you imagine the administration coming up with a video and releasing it to the public like this? No, you couldn't. If you're being honest with yourself. What does this mean? I'm very concerned, like, for the nation. Somebody put this here. This is better. They should have made a video about that, honestly. But, yeah. And somebody put this right here, which is a really good illustration of what's happened. And I have been keeping up with X, but I have been on Instagram, and I have been seeing reels of Benjamin Netanyahu and just talks of the IDF merging with the U.S. military. So if that actually happens, which is seeming like there might be a good likelihood that it would happen, I don't even think that's happened in U.S. history before. If that happens, I'll be getting my passport ready, y'all. I actually need to do that. I took my profile photos for the passport, but I haven't actually went to the post office and got it started yet. But I'm like, I need to because it seems like stuff's going to hit the fan. I'm thinking in 2028. I think we have a little bit more time before things are still somewhat normal. But by 2028, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it's like seeing stuff like this. What's happening? Let me show you the video of Benjamin Netanyahu. So I'm going to show you, I'm not just talking crap and spreading fear tactics. It's really concerning things.
Drawing down of foreign aid from the United States to Israel be compensated by the proposal to have a merging of some sort between our Pentagon and your military?
Yeah, I'm calling it from aid to partnership. So we take away the money that is given to Israel, which is one part, but the other part is we co-invest in equal measures in the new technologies that are needed to give our military and your military the advantage. So,
whether you a conservative or a liberal, we are raw leaf.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
Congress, and I'm about to expose to the entire world the amount of Israeli flags that are flown within an American government building. I'm not supposed to be doing this, so I need you to make this go mega, mega viral. Mainstream media won't cover this, so you know I will. My first attempt, my mic completely got tampered with, but there is the first one right there. And now here we are with Randy Fine standing with Israel. Got New York standing with Israel. You got Michigan standing with Israel. By the way, for reference, this is just one hallway of one floor out of hundreds of representatives. It's just flag after flag after sign after sign. New Jersey also stands with Israel. There's another one right there. This one's actually outside of the House Values Action Team, so that's what their values are, standing with Israel. Here's another one right here from Florida, standing with Israel. Utah also stands with.
Is America the greatest country on earth?
No, the greatest country on earth is Israel.
Why do you say that?
Because I live there and I know people that live there and everything is better over there. The food is better, the people are better. Israel has a better Air Force than the United States.
Beaches?
Air Force.
What about the beaches, though? Better over there than Miami?
Different.
How is Israel different than the U.S.?
Real people.
In what ways?
They give you the bottom line. They don't beat around the bush.
People in the U.S. sugarcoat things?
Majority of people in the U.S. are like kind of like slaves. They're like, work for like a company like Chipotle, making $14 an hour. When if you just take a step back and stop working for Chipotle, you can try and figure out that like you're a really smart guy or a smart girl. You could be doing this and this and this and this, but you just like stuck in this corporate like mindset. It's like slavery.
He actually said some real stuff right there, but it's really ironic, and I feel like a slap in the face at the same time because it was true what he said. Most American goyim are modern day slavery, working the 9 to 5. But I believe, this is what I believe they created the whole 9 to 5 system. They created this whole modern day slavery. The Matrix is like, he's talking some real stuff right there. You can explain modern day slavery, but if you had a part to play in that and you want to keep the goyim to a certain level, so they can be constantly in this rat race, which you want them in, but then you're going to call them, oh, you're in slavery, but then you basically set it all up to be that way. It's really a slap in the face, but I mean, it is real what he's saying. That's what the modern day system is. Making $14 at Chipotle is a job. And if you're making money, it's better than making no money. And you got to start somewhere. But at the same time, that's not a living wage at all. Not a living wage at all. You cannot even support yourself on that amount of income. And so we're in a very bad situation in America that most people, I don't know, it's like a slow thing that's been creeping up over time. Some people haven't waken up to it. And so if you go to an app that I built, I just finally completed, y'all. It's taking me so long. God has helped me to make this app, yo. I'm not technically advanced at all. I vibe coded this whole thing. And I'm not going to try to convince you to do anything that you don't want to do because it'll be wrong for me to do that. But it would be wrong for me to hold this thing back that I've created that is of value, that will help people make the right choice of where to move to. For people who are already thinking about it, like this is value that people want to have and I believe will need to have. It's just going to be easier if you get it from somebody who already did the research into the best countries to move to. If you are an American and you want to move out the US, this is what I created the app for. If you're already thinking about doing that, this app is for you. There's a freemium model of this. Freemium. So you can get 3 countries to view all the stats behind. You can compare and contrast the countries. There's a compare tab right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. So, and you get 3 countries for free. You don't have to pay if you don't want to, unless you want to look at the other countries. We got Greece for free, Italy for free, and Portugal for free. And there's scores based on objective facts. For example, low cost, warm climate, healthcare, internet, English, expat community, political stability, religious freedom, etc., etc. And you can compare all these metrics, y'all. There's so much. There's visa information, tax information, cost living information, visa renewal information, visa income information, quality of life information, health care, environment, sunshine hours, air quality, allergy profile. Like you can compare and contrast almost every single thing you can think of. I've already thought of it because I'm deciding to move to Greece myself. So I've had already go through this process of researching which country I want to move to. And this is how God's given me this natural genius to figure out all these different things about different places. I started doing it in states, mind you. We'll come back to the app. But I started doing this in states like because I wanted to leave Georgia. I've been here my whole life, basically. I'm like, I want to move from Georgia. So I started trying to figure out like, oh, there's 50 states, y'all. Like, there's so many different states to choose from. So I'm like, oh, is California going to be it? Is Nevada going to be it? Is Michigan going to be it? I was going through almost the whole U.S. Idaho, I thought about Idaho. I thought about Florida. I thought about South Carolina. I thought about Tennessee. I thought about Michigan, Indiana. So I was comparing and contrasting all these different factors of all these different states. And then once I saw the U.S. government and politics and everything start going downhill, basically soon after Trump got in office, I'm like, things are going downhill very quickly. I don't even know if I want to be in America anymore. I don't even want to know if I want to be in this country anymore. And so that opened my mind to think about other countries and even leaving the U.S. and becoming a permanent resident somewhere else. Now, what most people advertise about leaving the U.S. and becoming this digital nomad that's traveling the world, living in other places for cheap, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, stuff like that. But guess what? I did my research. It's hard to live there long term unless you don't have a lot of money. Malaysia, you got to spend, I think, over 6 figures to get their visa, my new home, something like that visa in Malaysia. You got to spend a lot of money to get that long-term visa there. Thailand, it's hard to get permanent residency there. I think they do have a 5-year visa, but you can't get permanent residency unless you are retirement age, or I forgot the other options. But Thailand didn't fit my needs either. I wanted somewhere where you can establish a home base, get permanent residency. In most of these countries, you can even end up going into naturalization and getting citizenship. And they do have a totalization agreement with the U.S. So that means you have to pay double Social Security taxes, which countries like Thailand and Vietnam and Malaysia, they have no totalization agreement. And so if you're a U.S. citizen, you go to Malaysia, for example, and you're a freelancer, entrepreneur, private contractor, you're still going to have to pay the U.S. 15.3% of your income, even though you're living somewhere else permanently. So if you have a totalization agreement, you don't got to double pay that. You can just pay in one country, and that's it. So all the countries I picked, 10 countries, they have totalization agreements, and you can establish at least long-term permanent residency. And then most countries, you can get dual citizenship. I think it's only 2 you can't have dual citizenship. So back to the app, we have a little country page, shows you the free countries. There's a little article written about each country, Italy, Portugal. And then these are the lot countries that are paid: Spain, Netherlands, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Uruguay in South America, and Chile in South America. Chile is a little bit different. So this is Chile. If you're thinking about Chile, you have to have some type of passive income. I don't think it's just rent income, but it's passive, definitely passive income. So you can't actively be working to get that visa for Chile. But I want to include it because you can get permanent residency there. And some people will have that passive income, like rent income, for example. That's why it's called the rentista. So $1,000 to $1,500 a month in passive income, pensions, rental, dividends, and you could be a freelancer, contractor. Salary income does not qualify. And then I created a special AI relocation bot, y'all. How's he doing this? Let me tell you, I don't know how to code nothing. I don't know any of that. No technical information or knowledge. No technical information, really, y'all. So it's like, how could he have done this? I say God, and AI. God first, though. God first helped me do this. And then AI, I use a no-code app builder that I know how to explain things. So as long as you know how to explain things, you can create something like this, really. But God helped me to really endure this because it was a grueling process, to say the least. But so yeah, the AI chatbot, that's only included in the paid program, in the paid software, in the paid app Atlas. And yeah, so it's freemium. You get a lot of benefits. You can even take notes for free. If you see, you look at Portugal in the compare tab, you want to save something, you just type it up, and then you can save it, and you can open it back up, and it will be there, timestamped and everything, and then save another note, and then there you go, and all that. So you can do that for all these. You can do that for 3 of these countries. And honestly, these are the 3 that a lot of people think about moving to the most. I think people overlook Greece, though, but that's my top. Italy is probably second place for me, and Portugal is very popular to move to. So like the 3 most popular ones, those are free to check out. And again, I'm not trying to convince anybody who's not thinking about moving. If you know you don't want to move, this is not for you. Don't buy it. I don't want you to waste your money. I don't want you to buy it and get in a bind if you don't need to buy it. But I am very confident to say this. If you are thinking about moving and you're seriously considering this app will really help you make the right decision. All the information is there. And I took my painstaking time and energy to research all this stuff, which is my special genius, and have sifted this out for you and made it orderly and made it simplistic. And if you have a special situation, you can ask the AI bot whatever you want to ask it. And if it doesn't know it, I told it not to give you just make up stuff because AI can't hallucinate. So if it doesn't know exactly, it will do a web search and it will tell you when it's doing the web search and all that. But it's trained on my information, and so it can be even more specific. Like you can ask information about, oh, what's going to be better for my allergies? Like what has a stronger pollen season? Greece versus Spain, for example. And you can ask it that, and it might do a web search to help you get more specifics that I don't even have answered in all of my data set, because I literally can't get every single statistic about everything. And so it will do a web search sometimes, but it's also trained on my information. And if it doesn't know, it'll probably tell you it doesn't know, which is what I wanted to do. So I wanted to make up stuff. But if you are thinking about moving from the US, which I think there's a very good reason we might want to at least consider it. Again, I'm not trying to convince you, but it's like I would be lying if I say I don't feel concerned about where the US is heading. I would be lying. Like I'm confident in believing this. This is why I plan to move, because I see it going down. It's been going downhill. And so if you are seriously considering leaving, this is the thing. And if you move to the wrong place, let me tell you, that will be tens of thousands of dollars going to the wrong place. If you decide, if you make the wrong, it's moving to another country long term is a huge decision. And I said, I want to at least give people value that's at least 10 times worth than what I'm charging for. So if I'm charging around $300 a year, it better be giving you at least $3,000 in value. And if you move to the wrong country, you end up wasting probably at least $10,000 at least. Could be more, it could be $30,000 over time. Or if you stay in a country you shouldn't be staying in and you should have moved, you could have saved yourself tens of thousands of dollars. And just the time you're wasting, the frustration, all of that is worth tens of thousands of dollars if you go to the wrong country or stay in the wrong country. And so this is definitely worth more than what I'm charging it for. And it's going to raise, come the new year, it's going to raise to $50 a month and then $450 per year. But if you get it now, it will be grandfathered. You'll be grandfathered in as long as you stay subscribed to it. But I honestly don't want you to need this more than a year. Like it's renewable because that's how Stripe set it up. But I don't want you to need this more than a year. Like I don't want you to renew. I mean, it'll be nice for me because more money. But if this doesn't help you decide on where to go after a year, I feel like the product's not doing its job. Unless you're just a super indecisive person, that's the only reason somebody should renew yearly is because you're an indecisive person, I think. For now, it will be upgraded in the future with more features, so that might be a reason to keep the yearly subscription. But for now, it's not as upgraded as it will be. And I don't think you will need it more than a year. I think at minimum, probably 3 months, it will take to decide. It will take at least months to figure out where you want to go to and to start a plan. But it shouldn't take you more than a year. If it does, this product's not really doing its job. So if all you spend is $270 and you figure out what country you're going to go to based on my data and the AI bot chat and just the rankings, and you'll go through an algorithm to onboarding, you'll go through all of that. I'll show you really quick. And based on all of that, you will have a good idea on what country is going to suit you and fit you the best. That could be worth $30,000, at least $3,000, at least. So I'm going to show you the onboarding really quick, and then we'll end the video. Okay. Just give your name. Could be a nickname. Could be your first name, whatever. Okay, this is the onboarding. What are you? And this is for remote employees. You got to be making money online. So remote employees, freelancers, contractors, entrepreneurs, business owners. I'm an entrepreneur, so we'll put this right here. Let's just say my income is $3 to $5K a month. Choose that. Is it just me? Yep. Single man. Now, what do I like? I like low cost of living. I like low taxes. I like warm, sunny climate. I like multiple things, actually. I like almost all of this I like. But you can only pick up to 4. Like the most you can pick is 4. And you can skip this if you really want to, but if you skip it, you won't get that custom ranking that an algorithm I've trained will really help you to figure out where you're going to go. And you'll see how it works here. So I also like political stability because, that's what I like. I don't want the IDF to merge with the military where I'm going, and I just don't want war in the country I'm going to. Stuff like that. Just chaos. I don't want that. So we'll pick those 4, and let's see what it gives me here. Greece. Ooh, and that's the place I chose to go to. Look, it works based on the algorithm, y'all. It's an algorithm type thing. And so it's ease of entry. The income is within range. It does have low taxes and does have a warm, sunny climate. Political stability is fairly high, 8. Low cost of living is 6.4, but that is a lot lower than the U.S., y'all. And that's actually the best rating it could get is a 6.4 out of the 10 countries that I've chosen. And what comes in second? Uruguay. It's in South America. Portugal comes in third. And Poland's number 5. I think I know why. Because it's cold there. And you see it's locked. So I can see a little bit about Poland, but I can't see everything because it's locked. So if, let's say Poland was number 1 for you, you couldn't really figure out the finer details about the country unless you pay for it. But again, you get the freemium model of 3 countries for free. It's a newsletter right here. And then this tab right here. You get this in the freemium model, y'all. It is crazy what you can find in this tab. It tells you about what happened to your money over a 10-year period, inflation, how it affects your pocketbook, can help you understand where you are financially in America compared to other countries as well. You can change your household size, single person, couple, will do single. If I'm making $32,000 a year, 150% of my income is going to bills. 115%. I'm bringing in over $2,000 a month. I can't live in America. On average, I can't. Anyways, this video is getting too long. I didn't mean for this thing to go on so long, but I said, I'm just excited the app is finally done and I get to share it with y'all. And it would be bad for me to hold this back because it can really help people make the right decision. And I believe in the future, like God has let this happen for a specific reason at a specific time. I believe very soon, starting like now, but it's been happening, but in the very near future, a lot more people, this app is going to be just like, oh, I need this when I need it. It's ready for you type thing. Because a lot more people, going into 2027 and 2028, it's going to be like, I need to leave this country. Where am I going to go? And I'm like, I got an app for you. Here, check this out. This is going to help you. And I believe that's why God has called me to make this app. I didn't even really plan on doing it. It's just like, I think God wants me to do this. I think he's giving me the skill to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Oh, there's no code apps. Beautiful. Oh, AI exists. Beautiful. I don't know how to code. Beautiful. I'll just tell it what to do. And it's done. So to God be the glory for that. But yeah, y'all take care. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Let me know how you like the app. Even if you don't plan on buying it, I'm still proud of what has been accomplished and excited. It's my first thing I've ever built like this. I didn't build it all myself now, again, with the help of AI, because I don't know how to code. And God, first and foremost, give me the diligence to continue with this thing. But let me know if you're thinking about leaving the U.S. and going to another country. Where are you thinking of going? And can you actually live there long term? Because not every country you can. And again, certain countries, if you're coming from the U.S., you are going to have to still pay the U.S. Social Security tax and the Medicare, which is 15.3% of your income, if you are making money through freelancing, private contracting, or entrepreneurship. If you work for a company, they pay half of that. So you'll just pay 7.7% or 7.65%, and then you pay the other 7.65. But what is really awful in America is if you are self-employed or private contractor, freelancer, you got to pay that full thing, 15.3%. Making $100K per year, you got to pay $15,300 to the U.S. government just for Social Security. And I think Medicare is included onto that as well. And that to me is crazy. It really is. Social Security. What if I don't want Social Security? Well, you still got to pay it in America. Anyways. But if you go to a country where they have a totalization agreement, then you can pay into their system. And Greece's system is a lot less than 15.3% of your income. Let me tell you, it's a lot less. So I'd rather pay Greece's, whatever they have, their similar thing that they have over there, and less of my money go away per paycheck, less percentage go away per paycheck, go into Social Security. But yeah, take care and God bless, fam. May the Lord keep you. May he bless you. May he shine his face upon you always and give you peace. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and you shall be saved. Amen.